And for the touch designer, we're gonna use MOGE. MOGE is a monocular geometry estimation by Microsoft Research. We can just place some image. Maybe I can just do this here. So if you place some image here, you can just submit image. Then you will get some colorized depth map out of this image. And also there is already some 3D stuff here. And there is this kind of weird gap. This is because of this these edges. So I prefer this as off and submit again, so that we have a kind of continuous surface in the 3D. So now it's kind of better. You can do with your own image, or you can also use those images here to going through. And this one is just a preview 3D. So if you want to download this one, either you download from here, and then it will be GLB format. And from here, if you download from here, this one, it will be PLY file. And for this touch designer session, we're gonna use PLY. So we just download from here. GLB is also very useful format for some web or some AR development. So, okay, so we get this one as a PLY. So you just go to tutorial 1, pre-session. And since this is like a PLY file and we just want to manipulate as a point cloud, so first we just have to set up point. So first we just need point. So call SOP add node here. Again, SOP add. And then you just turn on P property to see information from this node. And then there's a function of add points here. And then this is as a default, I think, off. So you just have to turn on. Again, property window, and then you just see add points on. And as a next step, you call convert from SOP. And then connect each other. Again, go to SOP, convert, and connect each other, and then go to property again. And there's a property of convert to, and as a default, it's a polygon. you just need to change to particle per point. Again, on the convert window, see the property, and then you just have to change convert to function into particle per point. And this is the new stuff. If you put this wire and then press tab key, you go to comp geometry. Once again, I just put this wire from here, press tab key, comp geometry. Otherwise, if you just place geometry from this window, you will have this kind of geometry, and then you don't have this here as a wire. So you just need to go through this, put this wire, and then tab key, comp geometry. Okay, so now we just need a PLY file on our project. I just try with this Espresso right now. So put this one in the window, just drag and drop. Okay, so we put this one and get this wire from here, and then again, tab key and TOP and new. Again, from here, get this wire, tab key, TOP, and new. And right now, you don't see anything here because this time code is just stopping right now. So we just have to run first. So we just put this one. And then it seems something is activated here. So it's okay. If you see some information here, it's fine. I just try again. So you drop this PLY file into this space, and there's no information here. If you run, you have some information here. Okay, so we drop the PLY file and we put this new right now and run and stop program. Okay, so go to this geometry again and you go to this instancing here, and then this is off as a default. So you just have to turn on. Again, you go to geometry node and property window with P and go to instance and instancing on. And now it's a bit complicated. You just grab this one new to this here, translate OP. Drag and drop. If you click this one, the property is about null, so you just have to make sure property is geometry, and then you just drag this one into this translate OP. And there's a parameters translate X, Y, Z. So you just select X as R, Y as G, Z as B. So it's RGB. Okay, so geometry, if you go to geometry, you see already something here as a gray stuff. And then you can just click, right click. There's a view here. Again, go to geometry. If you don't see something here, you might miss something, some of those connections. You go to here and then view, so that you can see the separate pop-up window. And you can rotate those stuff with left click, like just rotating. Also, if you go to this geometry operator, you can turn on here, viewer active on the right bottom corner. So that this is like a viewer active mode. You can also turn around. This mode you cannot change. You select this operator. And if you want to change the view, you just click here so that view is active. And if you find some good position, it should be fine. Like go back to this view. And maybe your geometry is something off in this window. In that case, you click, right click, and then there's a home all function, so that you see the geometry in this view. Again, right click on this home all, so that you see geometry in the center of this view. Okay, now we just want to visualize a little bit better because it's kind of gray out and we cannot see geometry so much. So we just want to render. And for the rendering, we just put render TOP. So call render. So double click and pop-up operator window, and then go to top and render this one. And for the rendering, Touch Designer needs some camera. And so you need camera together. So you just need to call camera 2. And camera, you can find comp and camera. Now it's automatically somehow connected, and you see also something here in render. Again, a render you can find from top, and you can search render, and you can place this one. And then camera, you can double click and comp, and you can find from here. And same as this geometry window, you can change viewer mode of your camera. So you can just turn on this viewer active so that you can zoom in here and rotate. And you might confuse with this rotation. So you just do home all to get geometry in center. And you also see something here already in the render view, but it's also not so nice right now because some material is missing, also some information is missing. So what we need now is, right now in this render view, it's kind of, the background is transparent. So we just want to put black background. To do that, we need a transform node. So go to TOP and transform. And connect this one. And now on this transform, you get the property, and there's a comp over background color. This is as a default off, so you just turn on. And background color is RGB is here, 000 is RGB, and then this here 0 is alpha. Alpha is more like a transparency. So if you put this one, this is going to be a black background. Again, after rendering and camera, you just call TOP, transform, place here, and then connect together this render. And you go to transform, property, and comp over background color on background color 0001 as a black color. You can also change here something like red, just as an example. You can also change any color here. I just go back to black right now. Okay, now we just need some material for this rendering. So we just call MAT, yellow one, and we can get point sprite. Again, double click and go to material, point sprite. Now you just have to go this, so you just drag this point sprite and then drop to geometry. Now you have some selection and there's a material on top. And you select this. Now you can see a bit better graphics. Once again, you just have to call material and point sprite, drop here. And you just go to this here, select parameter material. Now it's kind of better. So now you can put this transform as a background of this window itself. You can put this display like a blue circle. Then you can turn on background in your working window. This could be any of this, so you can also turn on here, but then there is no background here, so I think it's better to put this one right now. And for further development, we just need once more TOP and null. Null node is kind of just a viewer, so there is no such meaning in this itself. So, but if we connect each other, it's better to have after this kind of operator. So I just prefer to put null after those kind of stuff. And now I can just turn off this one and then turn on this one. Without this null, it's functioning, everything is fine, but I think it's better to have this one right now. And okay, so we put some rendering setting. We put render TOP and put the camera top, camera comp. And then I also explained some this viewer. Now you have background, so you can also change some angles you can see. And I think you have also downloaded other file. So now we can replace file. So go to Moge Espresso. In this network, I just go to this Moge Espresso and check property with P, and you see this file path. So this is basically your file location. Maybe it's on desktop or some folders, and we can change this path from here. And then, okay, I just want to change espresso to fish scale. So just select one of them and then open. Now, some information is missing because this run is not active. So we just make sure if you change file, you just need to run again so that you see something back again. So if you replace some, so you want to test some different kind of files, you just need to run first, and then since this 3D generation is kind of different coordinate, you just need to adjust the camera angle. So you just go to here and then home all, go to camera, right click, home all to see this one, and you can just change angles. So now this one replace PLY, how to update our PLY file together. I hope you can get this one as a result. Okay, so for today's Touch Designer, it's all done. And in the workshop, we're gonna add some color input. So you will see this point cloud with color, also some like a point cloud effect in this. But right now, I think as a basic information, and for the workshop preparation, it's maybe enough for now. So I hope you understand this one.